Good morning, everyone. This is Kristen Paul. Some of you just know me as Chris, and you are watching the very first go live on the Intuitive Wellness Spa page for Wellness Wednesdays. And so, welcome and thank you so much for joining us. Each Wednesday, we're going to do this. It'll only be about 5 to 10 minutes in length, but just an opportunity for us to connect so that you can do more things to be healthy and healthful and more intuitive in your health and wellness while you are at home and not able to see some of your favorite care providers like your massage therapists. So we hope that you find these useful. Whether you're watching this live or you watch this video later, if you would please comment in the chat box whether this is a good time for you. 9:30 just seems to be not too early, not too late. If you'd rather we do these live in the afternoon or evening, that can certainly be accommodated. Just please let us know. And during these sessions, we'll be talking about various massage techniques or breathing techniques or meditative techniques you might use at home. I'm also going to introduce you to some products that we support that can help you with your skin, with your relaxation, just with your overall sense of well-being. There's a tremendous amount of things that we can be doing sort of in that DIY family of self-care. So that's what these sessions are going to be about, and I hope that you find them useful. Today's session is going to be all about foot reflexology. And the purpose of this is because at the end of the day, many of you utilize massage therapy as an actual therapy. It's something that you use to cope with stress, with chronic pain, with sleep issues, with digestive problems. And you see your massage therapist for those reasons. And as of right now, due to social isolation, it's just simply not possible for you to do that. And so wanting to provide you with ways in which you can get that help and support at home on your own was sort of the key to today. And it's lovely if you happen to have a significant other or a friend who you live with who's happy to give you some back massages. However, very few people are going to give you a full body session. And quite frankly, even our significant others are usually good for about 90 seconds to 3 minutes, and then their hands hurt and they just don't know what they're doing. And so the key with the foot reflexology is while it's wonderful if you can do this with a partner, it's absolutely something that you can do to yourself. And the reflexology points within the feet actually have been proven for centuries to be a means of communicating with all the other areas of the body. So to that end, I am going to give you just a few little tidbits about foot reflexology that you may not know. For example, forgive me for reading, but I don't have this all committed to memory. Did you know that the human foot can handle hundreds of tons of force each and every day as we put our weight in motion? That there are 42 muscles in the foot, 26 bones, 33 joints, 250,000 sweat glands, and at least 50 ligaments and tendons. But perhaps the most important part is that there are almost 15,000 nerve endings. And this information is coming from the Renaissance College. Thank you to them for providing information about foot reflexology. So there's a lot going on with our feet, and we abuse them and we don't take care of them. So even if all you do is just gently massage your feet for about 5 or 10 minutes before you go to sleep, you will find that you will sleep much better. There has been research to indicate if you heat up some olive oil, that can help to reduce the tension and pain from things like fasciitis and swelling within the feet. My experience has been with castor oil, just good old castor oil. It's very cheap. Some people don't like castor oil because it's a little bit sticky. However, regardless, any oil that you're going to rub on your feet or anywhere else for that matter is probably going to have a little bit of stickiness to it. I like castor oil. There's tons of literature to support that it helps to reduce inflammation and can help reduce a lot of foot pain that we just put ourselves through, plain and simple. Now, I recommend that if you're going to have a foot reflexology session professionally, most therapists have been introduced to foot reflexology in massage therapy school, but I actually recommend that you see someone who's done a higher level of training, who's gone on to get some form of specialization. And I can speak within the state of Maryland, there are certainly foot reflexology establishments that really focus and specialize on hand and foot reflexology, and you can certainly find those through a Google search if you were to look. Within us at Intuitive Wellness Spa, our foot reflexology expert, if you will, is Chelsea. Chelsea has gone through the Integrative Foot Reflexology certification program offered through Claire Marie Miller. And Claire Marie Miller is, from my perspective, she's a wonderful therapist who's out of North Carolina. And she runs a lot of wonderful programs. And I personally find her foot reflexology program to be the best. We also utilize Claire Marie Miller certification trainings for our fertility massage and for our prenatal massage. So we are big fans of Claire Marie Miller. And if you want more information about any of her products, I would be happy to put that in the chat box later so that you can find her website, because she does have a book on integrative foot reflexology that you could purchase and use at home. And hello, Judy, it's good to see you. In fact, it is Claire's reflexology chart that we're going to be using today. So I don't expect you to be able to read all of that. That's really okay. You can find a foot reflexology chart just about anywhere online. I like Claire's the best because it's just the easiest to read. And what we're going to be focusing on today are the benefits of foot reflexology, as well as just a few points you can be massaging at home to help you sleep better. During times like this, there's increased tension, increased stress, and just a lot of pressure sort of going on in our lives, and that can often affect our sleep. And if we're not sleeping properly, our bodies are just not recovering. We're not finding that we're getting the energy that we need to face the day. It lowers our immune system and our body's defenses to fight off infection, which obviously, given what's going on in the world today, is one of the most important things we want to make sure we're covering, is that we're taking care of our infection. I'm sorry, not taking care of it, but helping to prevent it. So to that end, what are some of the things that foot reflexology can do? It improves blood circulation, helps in relaxation, promotes better sleep, as we're going to talk about, can relieve body pains everywhere. It can improve mood and fight depression. It ultimately helps us to feel healthier. It can alleviate the swelling in your feet as well. Now, one of the things that I will say is that when doing foot reflexology, you will tend to find that the areas that you need the work the most hurt when you press them. And that is to be expected. It's one of the ways that we know that something's a little bit out of whack. So I just want you to be prepared that not every time you rub your feet, you're going to feel like that felt great. It's going to tend to feel better afterwards. And ultimately speaking, people who have had reflexology find that it deepens and helps them to relax more. They have improved digestion and a decrease in constipation, which we can talk about at another time. If you're having some gut issues, there's some great work you can do on your feet for that. It can help with sinus drainage, decrease your bronchi and lung congestion. There's endocrine stimulation, organ stimulation. If you're having PMS or menstrual cramps, you can get uterine relief. To release the tension that you may carry in your neck, and overall, again, just sort of reducing swelling. Our feet are just pretty delicate things. So let's just get into a few techniques you can do at home. So I'm going to use my hand just for the purpose of showing you the technique. It's not hard. You can certainly do what people call a foot crawl, or excuse me, a thumb crawl, where you just sort of dig your thumb in and kind of inch it along. That tends to be difficult for a lot of people, especially if you have any kind of a fingernail. You just tend to poke yourself more and it doesn't feel real good. You can also just do, and the technique that I do is sort of this, as you can see, small circular motion in various areas of your foot. Now, if you do have longer fingernails, you could do that with your knuckle to accomplish the same thing. So when we're talking about those reflex points, you can certainly massage the whole foot just to relax it, but on those specific points, you just really want to kind of press in and do some circular motion. And if you're having issues, as I said, that area is going to be tender, and for lack of a better way to put it, it's kind of how you know you're doing it right. So how do we help with sleep? So I always recommend you just sort of warm your feet up, massage them. Again, you can use any lotion or cream that you prefer. If swelling or any kind of inflammation is your issue, a warm olive oil or some castor oil will help with that. And you want to just massage those feet for about, 2 or 3 minutes just to loosen them up a bit. And then you're just going to really do these holds. You only need to do them for about 10 seconds, because if it's painful, it's going to be hard. And the first place you want to hit is the solar plexus of the foot. And so the solar plexus of the foot, if you can see on this chart, is right here. And that's sort of right in the middle of the foot, right under the ball. If this is the ball of your foot, the solar plexus is right that spot below it. And you can see that it exists on both feet. And you can do one foot at a time, or you can do both feet together, but you just want to press in that spot for a good 10 seconds and really roll your finger around and rub in that spot to really help it. And then you're going to do that you can do that walk, or you can do it with your knuckle, and you're going to walk up from your heel to your toe. So just starting down here, and you're going to go up to each toe. So up to your big toe, and then, sorry, I'm doing this backwards, and then up to the next toe, and then again up to the toe in your middle toe, and so forth. You really also want to move your pituitary. Your pituitary is in the center of your big toe. So let me just make sure I get this right. So there is your pituitary. It's just, if this is your whole big toe, this is the bottom of your foot, you just want to press in here on your pituitary. You also want to hit your pineal gland. So your pineal gland, if you're looking, if this is my big toe, and this is the outside edge of it, this is where my pineal gland is. Okay, so you just really want to kind of press in there on your big toe and sort of circle it around a little bit. That secretes melatonin, which helps with our circadian rhythms and our sleep. You can also do your thyroid, which is at the base of your big toe. Let me just find it on here for you. Yeah, this area right here. So if you're coming down the toe, you have that ball, sort of that pad, and then right beneath that pad is where you're going to find your thyroid. And if you press in there, that helps with metabolism. And then the ridge of the toes, which is actually this area across here, is going to help with your neck and your shoulders. So if you just massage right where the toe meets the foot, you can any massage, but again, that thumb pressing or with your knuckles. So if this was your toes, right along this area, that's going to help with your neck and your shoulders. And then finally, if you want to get your chest and lungs, because I know that's a big deal, we want to help control the breathing, your chest and your lungs. So your lungs, as you can see again, it's right in the ball of the foot. Okay, so those are your primary areas. So again, the solar plexus right in the middle. And then you're going to walk up from the base of the foot up each toe. And then you want to go to the thumb and work your pituitary and your pineal gland, and then your thyroid. And you want to walk along here and get your neck and shoulders to help relax them, and then right in the ball for your lungs. And in case you're wondering, as I do this on my hand and feet, it's hand and foot reflexology. So if you really don't want to do your feet, you could do your hands, or you could ask a partner to do your hands. Some people don't want to touch your feet, or you might find that when they do it, it's ticklish. You can have them rub your hands and do the same thing, and do to both hands or both feet. You don't want to just do to one. But if you take those 5 or 10 minutes and do that before you go to sleep, you will see, I believe, and historically it's been shown, that you will see an improvement in your sleep patterns, you will feel better, and you will start relaxing all of those muscles and creating better health for yourself. So I hope that this was useful for you. I hope you got a little something out of it. Feel free to post any comments in the chat box of any other topics you'd like to see more information on. We'll be happy to do those. We'll be doing this each Wednesday, and for now I'm saying 9:30, but if you let me know a time that is better for you, we'll try to do that as well. Please share this video with anyone you think would enjoy it, and please have your friends like our Facebook page. Whether they come see us for a massage, whether they live in this area or not, we're going to keep going with these Wellness Wednesday videos even after this pandemic, because we just think we can spread more health to more people by doing so. So I hope you all have a healthy and peaceful day. I wish you the best. God bless, and have a great afternoon. See you next time.